Here we go! Welcome to another episode of Long Island Talks. Your hosts, Mace in your face, Greenfield, and Dr. Gene on WLINY. Your host cannot be with you tonight, and so guess what? I am your special guest host, Dave R&D from R&D Food Adventures, and you know how we do it. We get greedy, we get greasy, and we tear up the plate wherever we go. Coming to you soon with our fabulous producer that has his fingers all in the soup bowl with us. And so, over here, I have some special guests. I have Evander.
Yo, what's good, y'all?
I have Jamil.
Yo.
And I have Amon.
Yo!
And these guys are all Boy Scouts. Right. Can you believe that? These are Boy Scouts from Troop 300. That's in
Hempstead,
Hempstead, New York, right?
Yep.
All right, Troop 300, Troop 300. Shout out Troop 300.
Hempstead's best. Hempstead's best.
So, you know, guys, it's amazing because I remember when I was your age, I've joined the Cub Scouts, and after I almost drowned dipping for apples, because you know they had this thing like where you had this big pail and you bob for apples.
Oh yeah, we know what you mean.
Did you guys ever bob for apples?
No. Well, not in this generation. I don't think so. I mean, that might have been That might have been a back then thing, but today I don't think so.
No, because there's a lot of fluid exchange. I mean, people used to come out that pail bobbing for apples like.
Yeah. Who wants to be in that scene? Who wants to be in that scene now? So we wouldn't have that, in 2019. You feel me?
Right. I feel you, man. I feel you. And it was funny because when I went to bob for apples, number one, I bobbed for an apple after we called her Susie Drizzle because she always drooled for some odd reason, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with her. But she just liked to drool. Like anytime you saw her, she just had like a line running down the side of her face. There was nothing wrong with her. She just did it. I think it was because her teeth, like she got braces later on, but her teeth were like way out here, And so they wanted her to bob for apples, and after she did that, they wanted me to go next.
Oh.
And so I already know that Susie Drizzle already drooled inside the big pail of water with the apples floating in it. And so I went over there and I just gently try to, I'm trying to nibble on the apple so my lips don't have to touch the water. And then one of the Boy Scouts, one of the Cub Scouts, as I was in the Cub Scouts at the time, came by and he stuck my head in the water. Now, you see, nowadays, if people do that to you, that's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit. I mean, you can sue for anything now. You can sue for farting too loud, correct? It stunk! Oh my God! Did you smell it? It was terrible. And so, I want to ask you guys some questions. Starting with Evander, give me a little insight about Troop 300 over there in Hempstead. How are you guys together as a unit?
Troop 300. Well, it's an all-black troop, and not only is it all-black, it's a funny troop, too. Am I right, y'all?
Yeah, you're right, definitely.
Yeah, of course. But, sometimes, we got a lot of kids in there. There's barely any teenagers. I mean, I'm pretty much the oldest scout in Troop 300.
Oh, you're the oldest scout in Troop 300, huh?
Yeah, pretty much everybody else is Eagle or they just don't go because, being a scout is not their passion.
Yeah, being a scout is like hard work. You gotta put in a lot of work. You gotta do your merit badges.
It's like modern slavery. You feel me?
So it's something like modern slavery, huh? What is modern slavery?
You the one who Yeah, modern slavery does exist. We have human sex trafficking.
Okay.
We got that.
Right.
I want to know what that
I
definition.
think isn't there like still slavery in Africa?
No, there's still slavery on my job. Do you know, guys, when I wake up every morning, go to work, I'm slaving on my job. The difference between the slaves back then and the slaves now is that we're paid slaves.
I mean, yeah.
Huh?
I mean, I guess they're just.
How do you like
nice
that when
about
you
it.
got to wake up in the morning and go outside in the backyard and work for nothing? Huh?
Whoa.
Go rake the leaves, take out the garbage. You know, what is that? You're pretty much a slave, right?
Slave on the
I'll consider to be
So
slavery.
let me ask, Jamil, you look very intriguing, man. You look like you have a lot up under the cap, and so I want to ask you, give me some of your experiences with Troop 300 there in Hempstead.
All right, so like he said, the troop is funny, it's all black. But yeah, what I mostly like about it is the camping trips. It's like very fun. You can earn merit badges. You can have lots of experience. You can bond with your fellow troops or with other troops, which could be very fun.
Do you guys like hear like funny noises in the jungle?
I mean,
you know, when you guys are out there and you're in the woods.
Nah, look, like sometimes on camping trips, well, especially camping on TR, you're gonna hear a lot of funny stuff, like some
Like,
yeah.
trumpet noise in the morning. Stuff like that. You're gonna hear something banging on the pan and whatever.
you gonna hear stuff like that?
Yeah,
The campus is different. They look committed, like to do Boy Scouts. I'm like, okay, let me do your thing.
Let me ask you, have any of you guys ever seen Bigfoot while you were out there?
Nah.
Maybe.
Huh?
Let me find out.
No.
I mean, does Bigfoot even exist?
They never seen Sasquatch.
I'm like, Vander, you wear a size 11. You are a
We're
Bigfoot.
talking about Sasquatch.
Who's talking about you? We see Bigfoot. That's Bigfoot right here. Bigfoot over here.
Size
Size 11. No, size 11.
Put some D's on it. Put some D's on it. Right? So you got the biggest feet out of all your brothers, Evander?
Yeah.
Damn, boy, you've been had. His feet so big, he gotta wear shoes for water skis, right?
I mean, my feet isn't that big though. I mean, I wear small
Your feet aren't
sizes
that big?
sometimes.
Well, you got some hoofs. And so, but I wear 11 too. But I'm a big 11 because I'm a big guy, and so 11 to me is like what a bigger 11 to you because you're a smaller guy. You just tall?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Something like that, right?
Something like that.
Jamil, back to you. So, tell me what else you like about your Boy Scout troop, other than and things about it, other than okay, well they're all black and all go. Okay, we figured that out already. Okay, we figured out that already. I'm purple. You ever notice? You never know. I'm looking like Barney. Hello, kids. I love you. So, give me some more insight about your troop. I mean, what have you guys done that was like super exciting?
We went to Onteora,
Onteora, where's Onteora located?
upstate New York.
Upstate New York, people. Onteora, upstate
The
New York.
most funniest thing that we ever done was ride the ATVs.
Oh, the ATVs.
Yeah, the ATVs.
Oh wow, the ATVs! I remember falling off of one of those things. I worked. Yeah, seriously, it wasn't funny at the time, but I survived. I was working for Camp Coleman. This is located in Freeport, New York, and he had the ATVs. And the campground is so big that sometimes you got to wheel around it. Man, I thought I knew everything, and it was the first time that I was on an ATV too. Man, I hopped on that thing. I said, and I went into a dip. ATV went that way. I went. No, but I did live though, and so the ATV. So you rode ATVs, man?
Yeah.
I did too.
Really? Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm on. Let me ask you the question, man. What have you done? Because Vander gave me his side. Jamil gave me a partial side. I know you could dig a little deeper. What have you guys done that was very exciting during your camping thing that you guys do?
Like what we did that was fun. Well, we did a lot of fun things, but like ATVs is fun and all that. But like when we're like gathering up like in the church, sometimes when we got a little bit of time left, we play a little game. One of those games called Steal the Bacon. It's called stealing the bacon.
What steal the who? The bacon?
Yeah.
Steal the bacon.
Yes.
That's okay. That's like snatching up the oink, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So
Okay,
like,
so steal the bacon.
like. You literally got bacon in the middle. You literally got bacon.
Steal the
literally got bacon.
Did you hear what these guys steal? You ever played Steal the Bacon? Oh, gee, don't get.
Oh, y'all missing out. Y'all missing out. Y'all missing out. Y'all missing out. Y'all missing out.
Okay, Steal the Bacon. What is Steal the Bacon? I mean, is that made by Hasbro or
I mean, like
Milton Bradley?
I'm like, to be honest, I don't even know where it really originated from.
Okay,
but you know, it's just a game. I'm gonna show you. Well,
Steal the Bacon. How do you steal the bacon?
I'm gonna tell you how we play it.
You don't actually steal the bacon, literally.
Exactly.
You just throw it.
No, let me explain. Like this is how we play in the troop.
Okay.
So pretty much like we separate our troop into teams.
Okay.
So one team right here, one team over there, and we got another troop member who has an object, and he throws it in the middle of the floor, and like we both got numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like you know regular stuff, you know. So he calls out the numbers.
Okay.
And when he throws it out, we do the dash.
Okay.
We went to the middle of the floor. We wait there until like someone grabs it or not.
And so wait. So you guys actually run to the middle of the floor like he?
Yes.
What does he throw out again? I just
Like any type of object. Any object. Like,
any object.
It could be anything.
It could be a chocolate midget, right? But
yeah.
Okay. So he throws out any object, and what do you guys do? You go for it, and
Yeah, we go pretty much until we pick it up and we gotta bring it back to the base.
okay.
But if the other, say like your other opponent, he picks up the object, right? You gotta chase him down and you gotta like tag him so he can't get the point.
Okay, so that's a weird game. Steal the bacon, but I'm looking for the bacon. I'm looking for the eggs, grandma's biscuits. I mean, like, what's steal the bacon? So Evander, how does the bacon get involved in this particular game?
Well, it's just bacon.
Okay, the bacon has been stolen, people. It's just bacon. Jamil, how does the bacon get stolen?
There ain't no bacon.
There ain't no bacon. Oh, guess what? Guys, you know what I heard about? I heard about your camporee session that you guys just had in Hempstead Lake Park.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was that, about a week ago or so?
Yeah, it was on Friday to Sunday.
All right, it's the 25th now, and so of May, and so we're looking at like around May 15th or so.
Yes.
May 15th, 16th, 17th. I don't know what, but it was that weekend. It was like last weekend, right?
Yeah.
All right, and so how many troops were there with you guys?
Billion.
I think
A lot.
So yeah, there was a lot of troops.
Billion.
Like one troop, like there's like troop camps in Camporee. And there's like one troop there, one troop there. Like it was like a lot of troop, but like a lot of troops.
Okay.
And
where were they all from?
it was from like all around Long Island.
All around.
All around Long Island?
Yeah, all around Long
Yeah.
Island. Yep.
You guys encounter any weird camp members, like the ones that sit in the corner, and it gets dark and they're still in the same corner, and then all of a sudden, it's around 1 o'clock in the morning. You guys are out there in your tents and you hear.
Yeah, some Jason something.
Yeah, some
That's
Indian
some
Michael Myers type stuff.
Like what?
It's more music.
Right? One of those things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow, man. You could run into anything. But on Tiara, though, you guys were talking about that. I mean, what kind of duties do you have up there as Boy Scouts? I mean, I know that you have to share in the chores. What kind of chores do you guys have to participate in?
Well, you gotta go around the park and pick up some trash.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you gotta clean up in your own tent.
That's not necessary. That's not really necessary.
towards
That's
the
not.
end.
Yeah, that's pretty much towards the end. What we really do in Ontario for because we were there for like a whole week.
We do activities.
And we gotta go to classes to earn merit badges. And you know what I mean, in your spare time, you pretty much can do whatever you want up there. But like after that, you gotta go back to your classes, like 3 more classes after that.
Yeah,
After your
you
spare
don't give you a
time.
break. It's just like regular school.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like
pretty much.
it's manual labor, right? These are Boy Scouts, all right, for crying out
Like I said
loud.
before, bro, modern slavery.
Evander, you're the oldest one out of the Boy Scouts. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
When are you aiming to become an Eagle Scout one day?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. How many merit badges have you earned so far?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's a lot. A lot of merit badges.
Jamir, how many merit badges have you earned so far? Required.
Oh,
merit
required?
badge. Yeah, required. I want to know the required ones because
we got
5. I think it was 5 or 6.
So we got first aid,
We got first aid. We got camping.
Okay.
We got
personal.
we're doing personal fitness right now.
We doing personal management.
We do we done.
Yeah, we done personal management. That's what I meant to
Yeah.
say. My fault.
And
Okay.
then, oh man, I forgot the
We did communities. We did
merit
community.
badge today for marching.
Yeah.
The Hempstead Memorial.
It's like a
Memorial Day parade.
Yeah, it's like
These guys were
yeah,
marching.
it was like a little badge our scout match. That's
There it is. Oh, the merit badge. Watch it. Oh, which one is that? How come his merit badge is different than yours?
Because our scout master.
It's based on a game called Call of Duty.
You guys got some really weird games. And so it's based on a game called Looting? A looting or looting?
No.
What is it called?
It's just like the badges were in this Call of Duty folder.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was in the Call of Duty folder. So he was like,
Okay.
"Oh, I got a little surprise for you."
So it was not really about Call of Duty.
done.
It was just about the badges.
Were any of them, any that you earned today were a required badge?
That was not required.
It's not required.
It was like a little like badge for you for like I don't know how to explain it, but
Right.
you know, like to show your participation in the march,
Right.
pretty much.
Really? And so let me ask you this question. Okay, in school, how are you guys the only Boy Scouts in your district?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yup.
Really?
You don't find
We
no
are.
scout in Roosevelt unless if it's us.
We are.
Really? You guys are the only ones in the Roosevelt School
Yup.
District?
Yeah.
That we
That
know
are
of,
Boy
yeah.
Scouts?
That we know of,
Yup.
yeah.
That you know of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow! And you participate in the Hempstead troop.
To be honest, like I keep my this scout thing a secret. Like I don't like to tell anybody. about
Why
it.
you don't like to tell anybody about something that you really supposed to be proud of? I mean,
I'm proud of it, but-
that's like receiving a citation and sticking it in the attic for a rainy day or for after you pass on when you turn about 99 years old for somebody else to find it. You know, like an old relic. You know, like.
I mean, it's not
What
that I
is
care.
this?
I mean, the reason why is that like, you know, I don't really care about judgment, but like, I don't like dealing with judgment.
Okay.
Hold on, let me add into. I don't want to add on, but you know, whatever he's saying, don't come back to me saying, "Oh, you don't like sharing the fact that you that you're not a Boy Scout." I'm like, what? You did not hear that from me. You heard that from him. I got my own different opinion. I got my own different opinion.
No, children, pay attention.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't us.
It wasn't me. It was only
It was this guy over
It was just him.
Oh my!
Put down my weapon over here.
Oh.
And so, how proud are you of the Boy Scouts to let people in your school know, since you guys are the only Scouts, how proud you are of such a unit, you know, conglomerate there? How proud are you to let other people know?
I'm real
How
proud.
do they respect it? Like, what is their approach to you when they find out and learn that you guys are Boy Scouts and they're not?
I mean, like, if they really like, I'm just gonna say, like, if I say I'm in Boy Scouts to them, they probably gonna laugh. I don't know. But if they do laugh, I'm not gonna care. I mean, like, if you want Boy Scouts, you mean it can lead you to like greater opportunities. Like, say if you want a job.
Okay.
Yeah, like, say if you want a job. Say if you want a job, or say if you want to go to college. Say if you want to go to college.
I'm in 11th grade, right? 12th grade, and then you know, if I become an Eagle, you know, it will look good on my
Right.
No, my application resume.
Exactly.
That's right, because you're going to be in 12th grade this year, right? I
Yeah.
mean, well, after this year, you're in 12th grade, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, no, especially for Eagle Scouts. Do you see how many people come out for Eagle Scout ceremonies? I mean, I'm talking about in the political arena. I mean, you have legislators, you have congressmen,
Yeah. I see
you
that
have
a lot.
local council people. Oh, in fact, in recent days, what? I think it was about 6 months ago. You guys, what merit badge was that? Because you were with Councilwoman King Sweeney at her office in the town of Hempstead, and you guys were all sitting down taking notes. And what you remember? What merit badge?
Community in the citizenship. Citizenship in the community.
Yes, it was.
That was that.
It was that.
Citizenship in the community. Okay, that's when you had to speak with Councilwoman Sweeney, right?
Yeah.
Right. You also spoke with Councilman D'Esposito and the town clerk Sylvia Cabana. You know what you guys are.
And they liked, and they
visit.
like. Once
They
they
enjoyed us.
They enjoyed us a lot because we was in Boy Scouts. I mean, they had to say they said a lot of things like, "Oh, I mean, I'm glad you're in Boy Scouts. You're gonna go
Right.
become great because we in Boy Scouts. I mean,
Okay.
like Boy Scouts really help
Okay.
with you with a lot of things.
Really help you become a lot, right? Like, what do you want to be when you grow up, Evander? I mean, as far as
Actually, there's a lot of things I want to be when I grow up. I want to be an architect and a music producer. Like,
a music producer.
yeah, like, a person that makes beats.
Oh wow! Hey, speaking of music, guys, you make beats, don't you?
Yeah,
Right? You produce your own beats.
yeah.
And don't you write lyrics? Don't you have like a song out or something like that
Yeah.
on SoundCloud and stuff that you were working with?
Go check me on SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com/Zoman ZOEMAND. Or if you can't find Zoman, just search up KINQMAND.
You heard that? Zoman, right here on deck, Evander. What do you call yourself?
I call myself East Coast Emperor.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's East Coast Emperor.
East Coast Emperor. Oh, don't you have a YouTube channel or something like that too?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, what is that? I was looking at your YouTube channel not too long ago, and you have something on there called Roblox. Is that a popular game that everybody plays?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, share the name of that YouTube channel just so they can hear it.
Okay, yeah, subscribe to me. It's, the same name as my producer name. It's East Coast Emperor.
Say
East
it out
Coast,
so they
East
can
Coast
hear.
Emperor.
Spell it out too so they know.
It's, East Coast, but, the C is the K. And Emperor is spelled like this. EMP with an apostrophe and RAH. So, subscribe to that and, turn on my notifications and just pay attention.
I was looking on your channel, and you've done a Walking Willie remix.
Oh.
And that was hot. Walking Willie, let me explain to the audience here. Walking Willie, I'm 50. Walking Willie's been walking since I was 5. Okay? So about 45 years, this man has been walking from Roosevelt to Hempstead, to Freeport, to Hempstead. One time he beat the N6 all the way to Queens, walking with a box on his shoulders. Walking Willie, he witnessed a lot of things out there in the street because that's what he does. He walks. He walks up and down every day, all day long.
That's why they call him.
And that's why they call him what?
Walking
Willie. And I've done an interview with him. Because, Walking Willie, he became that way. Supposedly, he was a veteran and something happened to him in the war and he couldn't sleep. And this is why he walks up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But somebody said that Walking Willie was dead. To find out that Walking Willie wasn't dead. He was very much alive. And the community was heart-struck. They were like, oh my God, Walking Willie, because he's like an icon. I mean, even people who walk up and down the whole day for a living can become icons. I mean, after 45 years, why wouldn't he be? He's etched in the stones of every community that his feet have met. And Evander done a remix. Walking Willie Remix Evander? What is it called? And how do people get to it?
Well,
They subscribe to what?
my channel,
Your channel, which is
East Coast Emperor.
East Coast Emperor. East Coast Emperor. And your channel again?
I don't got a channel. I got a SoundCloud.
Oh, you have SoundCloud. Okay. You have SoundCloud. Let me get this to you. We like to thank our, the show is not over, but we like to thank our sponsor, Mace Greenfield, attorney at law, divorce and family law, 1-631-815-5577. Again, we like to thank our sponsor, Mace Greenfield, attorney at law, divorce and family law, at 613-815-5557. Oh, no, 5577. Sorry about that. Now, you guys, you do music, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Well, me and mom primarily. John,
Right.
well, he does his own thing.
I mix my beats.
Right.
on my
Yeah.
own time.
Ha, you're funny.
okay. I want to ask you guys a question. How do you think the world of rap music has changed since my generation to you guys' generation?
See, the thing is that, like, you know, when you're famous, especially as a rapper, you're gonna have a voice, and anything you say, people are gonna eat it up, pretty much. So, say someone says that, yeah, I like to wear dresses and I smoke weed, then people are gonna eat it up, and they're gonna start smoking weed and wearing dresses, pretty much.
But I mean, like, you see,
Before you go on any further, I can use the bathroom.
huh? Yeah.
Alright.
You want to use the bathroom? Go ahead.
Actually, I got an R. Kelly too, to be honest.
And so it has changed. Wait a minute, wait for him to come back. Oh, you want to go use the bathroom too? Go ahead. And so, Johnny, I'm going to ask you while these two take a small bathroom break. How has the rap music changed from what you would hear me listen to what you guys listen to now?
Alright. So back then in the rap industry, no rappers used to sag their pants. No rappers used to smoke in their music videos. No, all I got is money. All I got is girls and all that. Like, rappers back then will talk about life and so how it is and all that. But then now, in this rap industry, all people do is smoke, sag their pants, talk about girls and how they got money, so they don't really care about no one else because they doing good.
And it's true that half of these guys that are out there that's talking about this type of thing, they're broke, right? I mean, it's like the influence. Like, we had groups like Heavy D and the Boys. We had groups like X Clan. We had the Brand Nubians. We had Granddaddy IU. We had Sons of Berserk. We had Public Enemy. We had Eric B and Rakim. Last Asiatic Disciples, and of course my group was Romance and the Chosen Few. And I've done things also. I mean, I've been to Florence, Italy, been to Rome, Italy on a music tour. Michael Livingston, how you doing, buddy? Nastis Hackett, who has produced me on a song with the World of Girls, and El General, boom boom, mommy. If y'all don't know El General, I'm quite sure everybody knows El General. Boom, boom, mommy. Run it. I have a song out with him that's called Rock Me on his, I forgot the CD, but it's called Rock Me. Just look that up on YouTube. I'm doing the beatbox all throughout the song, and I did the rap clip. With the World of Girls, I've also done the rap part in there, and I'm doing the beatbox through their song because that was one thing that I was known for. Probably give you guys an example, give you a sample before I leave here. Waiting for the other guys to come back from their bathroom break because it was so hot out there during the parade that they were drinking so much water that they need to go to the bathroom and dispose themselves. And so is there anything about the rap music of yesterday that you appreciate more than the rap music of today? Other than them just liking, glamorizing money, right? That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Cars, right?
Yeah.
Jewelry,
Yeah.
right? And so, what if you could go back or take your generation back into my generation, what would you change about what you hear today on the radio coming from the rap music?
To be honest, I would kind of change most of what rappers do now than back there. Because back there, it was more peaceful. Like, it was just so peaceful. Like, nothing bad was going on. Like, nothing. And all that.
Let me after he mics himself up, let me ask you the same question. East Coast Vander. Wow, look at that change. You gotta go to the bathroom too? Go ahead, man. Just put it right there. Look at that. We got East Coast Vander in here. Oh, so you're no longer a Boy Scout at the moment, right? Oh, and we have Zoman. Zoman is back. He's in the house now. All right. So we're not the Boy Scouts anymore. Here you go. Here's your mic.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. So I was asking Jamir if he could go, and I'm gonna ask you guys the same question. If you could go back in my generation of rap, in comparison to your generation, what would you guys change?
Wait,
That's
like,
a good
back,
question.
Like back in the 80s where rap started?
Yeah, well, rap has started back in the 70s.
Well, to be honest though, there's nothing I could change because I listen to that kind of stuff and it's pretty influential.
Yeah, Jimmy, I want to really.
Like there's nothing I could change. Like there's nothing.
He said pretty influential. Oh, let me look that up.
Like it was basically a major.
Well, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Mace Greenfield, attorney at law, the Boston Family Law, 1631-815-5577. All right, just want to throw that back out there at you guys one more time. And so, Zoman, I'm on. All right, now you have your SoundCloud, you have a few songs that are out there. If you could do something different, about today's rap music in comparison to my generation rap music, what would you do? What would you change?
Like, to be honest, I wouldn't really change nothing. I mean, I listen to a lot of 80s music. I also listen to nowadays music.
Okay.
And to be honest, I like both. I wouldn't really change nothing about it. But I would change the fact that people on social media, like they influence, like I'm not like influence, but like they say things just like to make people think that like you should change yourself or something like that.
It's okay.
It's okay.
And so, do you guys agree with the uptick in violence of your generational?
No, absolutely not.
Right there?
No.
I mean, because for my generation, I'm not saying that there wasn't anybody getting hurt.
No, actually, that all started from NWA. Am I right?
I believe so. I can honestly agree.
They were violent.
I can honestly agree.
They were violent.
Because listen, there was a positive message. All right, before NWA. And I'm not bashing on you guys, Ice Cube and Easy.
I love you guys.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. I love your movies.
Tupac. Great guys. All you guys. MC Ren. Right? But you guys messed up a lot, okay? And I want to let you guys know that, all right? Because before y'all came out with that sound. All right, we had Public Enemy, we had Brand Nubians, Heavy D and the Boys, we had X-Clan. We had a generation of people that were really proud.
Don't forget the Far Side. The Far Side.
Also Wu-Tang.
The Far Side.
Yeah.
And they did change the dynamic of the way things are being presented now. I mean, let me ask you guys a question. Because my generation, your generation, when you go to a party, well, let me just start here. When I go to a party, I go to to dance with the ladies.
I mean, you get that, you get
you putting on your best dance. You doing a running man.
I know back then you get the hand like you just don't care.
You're like, You know, you're really getting it. And so, I mean, like, so how come you guys don't dance with the girls? I mean, I don't see you guys doing it. Like I sat there.
To be honest, I'm not really a dancer. I'm not a dancer.
Yeah, because you don't go to parties.
Shut up.
Like dancing for us in this generation, it means that like
it's generic.
it's kind of I want to really say self-explanatory, but you know, like dancing in this generation, it's like when you get like the girls to like shake their little. They kick back on you, you know.
That's how they do. And so, okay, so when they do that, and they don't want to dance.
Well, pretty much, no. Like the way they dance is like they just shaking their booty. Like that's what this generation is called dancing. They shaking their booty and all that, you know. For girls at parties.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You have little sisters, correct?
Yeah, of course.
So how do you feel that what's being portrayed out there now in this music industry is going to end up being a good influence on your
I would never want to be like that. Because I really understand like the fact that like these girls when they want to make music, I mean they want to do all this and all that. But to be honest, if I ever see my sister doing that, like both of my sisters doing that, well when they get to the age, it's only for them. Like nah, I'm gonna put you on lock. What you talking about? Like.
We're coming for you.
Coming for you.
We're coming for you. So look and understand that we will be right there for you.
Don't let Instagram influence you. Don't let that happen.
Or any other people in the music industry. Don't use it anywhere.
It's dangerous.
So how come other people like rappers, because you're in the industry, how come they don't think like you? Like, how come they don't work towards because they're too focused?
I mean, I'll tell you this right now. They're just not woke. They're not woke.
Because they're too focused on getting the money.
Okay.
Not even like pretty much that is the point. But that is the Evander. I'm talking, please.
No, hold on. No. Actually, you know, I feel like the rappers of this generation, well, they don't care about the fame. They don't care about the fame.
You catching the works out there because you're not letting me speak.
Anyways, all these guys. Come on, guys. No violence. Let me ask you a question, a serious question. And so now that it has changed, if you guys can do anything different to make rap music positive, what would you do? I'm gonna ask you first, Aman, because you're the rapper here. Evander, you produce beats, and Jamel, you what do you do?
Sometimes
he's the monkey in the middle.
Monkey in the middle.
your beats are trash.
So what would you do to make it better, if you could?
To be honest, I really do not know, cause like the way if it's the way that people think, cause like I can't really change the way people think. I can only like influence them a bit. Okay. Just to like change their ways, but you know, that's how they think. That's what they're gonna do. Okay. You mean if they want to do something, that's what they want to do in the music industry. Okay. So like you know, they just gonna have to figure it out on their own. They have to like like Evander said, they have to be awake and realize like you know like what are you doing? Okay. You know.
Okay. Let me ask all three of you guys. How old are you, Evander? Jamil?
13.
Amma?
15.
All right. How do you think social media affects your generation now? Because in my generation, understand, all we had was a telephone on the wall. We weren't on any computers, Anything we had lines and little dots, and was just terribly pixelated.
Yeah, we know.
I mean, like, we over the past. I'm 50. I would say over the past 50 years of my life. Out of the 50 years of my life, I would say out of the past 35 years, I've seen a big change and upgrade in technology. We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have those kind of outlets where we can expose ourselves, especially to elements of the unknown. Because there's a lot of children that are being snatched up, attacked, they're disappearing behind the veil of social media. How does social media affect your generation?
Like in this generation, social media.
Do you think it's safe?
No.
No,
Absolutely
definitely
not. It's definitely.
I know that I got it. I know that I got it. I know I got social media. I got Snapchat. I got Instagram. Pretty much basically like the two things I got.
And you have those things because of what you're doing, like
pretty much like to stay in contact, with like a few people I like to talk to, But like Instagram, I use it. Just to get my name out there.
Okay.
And Snapchat, I just use it. Just like this text.
Tell the people your SoundCloud again.
My SoundCloud. Zoman, ZOEMAND. If you can't find it on Zoman, just search up SoundCloud.com/KINQMAND. It's gonna pop up. You're gonna see it.
There we go, Zoman. Yeah. And so, how about this, guys? I want to ask you about the privacy issue, though, because when you're on the Snapchats and when you're doing your FaceTime, and you're inside your own environment, like the privacy of your own home, does it ever occur to you guys that you're letting unknown elements take a look at the inside of your house, or pretty much violating your privacy through you? Willfully letting it be violated?
No.
I want to understand what kind of dangers do you guys think are included in this FaceTime and the Snapchats and stuff like that when you're doing it around your own home? What kind of dangers you think could be brought to you?
Because my dad, he taught me better. I know he did. He always told me never FaceTime around the house, never walk around the house unless you're in your room. That's just it. Because if they find out where you live, they can send people to you. They can like do pretty much anything. They can some type of hack. I don't know what they do or whatever.
Jamir, what do you get out of it?
Well, for social media, I want to talk about the social media, but then we got too far.
Okay.
But then, one thing about social media is like,
talk a little louder.
But something about social media is like, people will bully you on social media. Also, bullying can lead to many things, because I know lots of people who committed. No, I don't even want to say it like that, but took their life.
Suicide.
Suicide.
Okay.
Because
I hear about that in the news every day. Go ahead.
Because of the people that's bullying them, that's putting their stuff out on social media everywhere, exposing them, all that.
And that's why you gotta be safe when when you send text messages to somebody, you gotta be careful about what you say or what you send. You know what I mean? You gotta make sure all that is private. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell them everything.
About yourself.
Exactly.
And so, I remember you mentioning something about social media and the dangers of social media of your generation, which is all of you guys. How is social media taking a turn for worse in your generation?
As you can see, social media, like, if you're on it too much, it's gonna change you mentally, logically, and physically because, all right, say you see somebody that has something that you don't got, right? And then you're gonna think to yourself, man, I wish I had that. It's pretty much gonna depress you more, and it's gonna like make you think, like just overthink things.
Overthink things.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you could end up sitting in your room, you know, very quiet and disturbed, and
exactly.
you feel the weight of the world on your shoulders because the way you appear to be on social media has everybody pointing a finger at you or stuff.
Yeah.
Even if it's, how about if it's something positive on social media that you're trying to instill onto the onlookers? You know, how do people feel about that?
Like, what do you mean?
Like if it's if it's something positive you're trying to deliver to your audience.
To be honest,
that's exactly
social media.
like,
How did
to
they
be
feel
honest,
about
like,
that?
I mean, if it's something positive, people are not gonna look up to that because nowadays people want more negativity. They want to hear about drama. They want to hear about fights and stuff. That's what it is nowadays.
This recent past rapper,
Nipsey Hussle.
especially this. Yeah, I'm gonna mention Nipsey Hussle and XXXTentacion.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace.
YouTube X.
Nipsey Hussle, clip in peace.
Yep. They was both doing good things. X, he was going to charity,
giving stuff out to kids, the
giving
poor.
stuff out to kids, the poor. Nipsey, he
he was pretty much an activist.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, and he was just about to do a little interview with somebody until he got shot on.
Didn't he have his didn't he buy a whole strip market like with stores?
Yes, and that's what
And something was called the marathon.
Exactly.
that he had.
Yeah, they ran.
stores?
Yeah, they ran the marathon, and like people like from Los Angeles, not Los Angeles, like altogether. I'm talking about like people in this area,
Right.
in Nipsey Hussle's area. They all gather up. They all work together. You know, especially the gang related.
But he was doing a lot of positive things for his community, though, right?
Yeah.
Also for XXXTentacion, I mean, he started off doing bad, like
I don't really know who these guys are. I'm just, I just get drift of them, and because it's not my generation of rappers. But I like to understand what makes these guys tick, and the only way you're ever going to know what makes these guys tick is that you have to ask them. If not, you're never going to know. So go ahead, Jamil. What were you saying? Continue.
So XXXTentacion started off bad in the beginning,
Right.
but then when he started moving further and further, he started doing good things, like giving stuff out, helping the community, and all that.
He started opening his eyes.
Exactly. But then it was that day where he was at a motorcycle shop, and then when he was leaving the motorcycle shop,
Right.
2 gunmen came up to his car. So yeah, I think they tried to steal like a Louis Vuitton bag.
Whatever.
Well, because he was walking around with a bunch of money, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Now let me ask you this question. Do you guys believe that life and death exists within the power of the tongue?
Yeah.
Like what you say, what you put out there, no matter how good you are, it eventually comes back to find you.
Yeah.
Because if you put out bad, I mean, bad leads to bad, and good can only lead to good. But if you change it around, and all you speak is bad things, you're speaking about death. You're speaking about that you're gonna die. Because this is what I get from today's rap music. This is what I hear. You guys don't know, the guys that are rapping are talking about death in the community and how bad they want to hurt somebody.
Because that's pretty much what it is nowadays in 2019.
I mean, how good can things be after that if you're only talking about death?
Nothing.
I mean, are there any rappers in your generation that are positive now?
Yeah, we do.
Who's the positive guys? That's what I want to know.
Nipsey Hussle,
guys.
Kendrick, J. Cole.
Okay, J. Cole. J. Cole, yes sir. J. Cole, go ahead. Who else?
Very positive.
Who else is the positive guys? Because I don't hear much from J. Cole. Is that because he's positive?
Well,
He got his own MySpace,
But wait a minute. I really need to ask you guys this question. Why are these rappers willing to wear skirts now and put on women's clothes?
I don't know.
That's
That's
just
fashion changed over the years.
Fashion changed. Then that's a whole turnaround. That's a 360 if you ask me. I mean, fashion change. I don't have anything against somebody who wears
skirt. Like, let's take for example Young Thug. I mean, because I feel like he's closeted.
Well, okay, whatever the case may be. Let me ask you a question. Would you ever put on a skirt?
No.
Jamil, would you put on a skirt?
No.
Amon, would you put on a skirt?
Hell no.
You didn't have to think about that, did you? There would be nobody here wearing a skirt. Okay, because I saw, how about Odell Beckham? I just saw him wearing a skirt, and he's a football player. He's a rapper. What's going on with Odell Beckham? Why do you think he did that?
Anyone know?
Wait.
Nobody know? Did you see the new tuxedo dress that they have out there?
Oh, yeah.
You said, yeah, like you want one. Yeah. I just got that from you there.
Nah, man, that's pretty fruity.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, they have something. I believe in Denny's called Tutti Frutti Fresh and Fruity, whatever. but that's a dessert. So make sure you guys try to get one. All right.
All right.
And okay, last one, because we're about to wrap it up. For the future generations, if you have a message that you can give them, and I'll start with mine. What would it be? All right, I want you to start with the Boy Scouts, down to where you are in your private life, to where you want to go in your life.
Right.
What message would you give them?
For Boy Scouts can be one of
Troop 300! Troop 300! 300!
For Boy Scouts is a good thing to be in. If you really want to be successful in life, you want to go to a good college, you want to have a good job, that's good.
Excellent.
Do it. That's perfect thing in life. Private life, pretty much just keep that to yourself. Don't let nobody hear anything about, oh, I got this, oh, I got that. I'm like, no, don't do that. Like, come on. Like, who wanna know what you got? Like, let's keep that.
That's almost like setting yourself up for the kill, right?
Exactly.
Because you know what I've noticed. We're gonna get right back to you on that. I just want to intervene for a second. It's as stupid as people announcing that they're going on vacation and that they're leaving that very same moment, posting it on Facebook or on social media, and then when they end up in Aruba, blowing on a tuba, they come back and they found out that their whole rack was stolen out their house. Yep. Our producer.
Look at Kim Kardashian in France. You guys remember that, right?
Yeah, right. Over here, everything got stolen, and so, just for that. And people out there, social media, if you're going on vacation, don't let nobody know you went until you get back. It's not that important, okay? You know what I mean? Like, before social media, we had ourselves. Sometimes we need to get back to ourselves. Take away from the world what the world took from us. And that was our dignity, our integrity, and our privacy. And these are important aspects in life in order to protect yourself. It keeps you aware, it keeps you steadfast, and it prepares you for the next fight that's down the line. You, John Mayer, what would you do different for your generation if you could, as far as like Boy Scouts? Like, what kind of influence would you be? Boy Scouts to your private life, to what you want to be in life. What would you say to them?
Like, what I would change is the way how people act and the way how people think.
How they act and think?
Yeah, nowadays.
Okay.
Because people nowadays, they don't think. They act before they think. That's one thing that the people do.
People been doing that forever.
I mean now,
but I understand what you mean, though. They act before they think. And so, what do you mean, as far as violent acts, or just people in general?
People in general.
Yeah,
that's what I would say. People in general. Like people in general.
Okay, Evander. What would, if you could do something that could change your generation and bring you guys back from this state of suspended animation that you guys are living in, what would you do?
Like, what would I do or say? Pretty much I could say, like, just just be yourself. Don't follow to what people is doing because it could be bad or maybe it could be good. Just be yourself. Don't follow. Don't be a follower. Pretty much just be a leader.
Be a leader. Be a leader. And I believe that that's important. Because everybody wants to be led. No matter how many people you have in a group, there's always one mastermind behind it. I mean, like, look at Al Capone, right? How many people he had following him? There were so many guys in this group that could have kicked his ass on any given day. But they didn't, because everybody needs a leader. You look at the big boys out there, no matter if they're doing something good. Hey, football, what they need a coach, right? Wrestling, you're wrestling. Oh, wow. And undefeated in Roosevelt for the second year. From middle school to high school. Amon here, in his weight class, 120, undefeated still in wrestling.
Yep.
And Jaleel, I understand you wrestled too, right?
Yeah.
You wrestled too, and you lost one match, right?
Yeah.
And that was because your ankle got twisted and they wouldn't call the match, right?
Yep.
All right, and Evander? I shouldn't ask, right? I shouldn't ask, right? Okay, all right, guys. It was a pleasure having you here on the show. R&B Food Adventures! R&B Food Adventures! We're going to be up next with the barbecues, and I just want to let you guys know, okay, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Mace Greenfield, attorney at law, divorce and family law, and Mace in Your Face, and Dr. Gene will be back Sunday at 7 p.m. right here on WLINY. Special guest will be Hollywood actress Erica Irvin, aka Amazon Eve, and transgender advocate. Okay. That's for all you people out there. We have a few seconds left, and remember, everything around here is manly because that's the way we do it. I am Dave Tillery. I am your host in place of Mace Greenfield, and I will be having my show on the Food Adventures that you will see here, and we're going to have plenty of food. We're going to have stuff all across the board from different places, and even there's a steakhouse down the road too. I think that'll be our first interview, right, producer?
Getting that ready.
Oh, we're gonna hold that up. We're gonna hold that up. So wait a minute, Dave. You guys pay attention. This right here is Mace's platform. I'm just standing in for him, and I have my Boy Scout boys over here. And we just want to say to all you guys out there, peace, love, and hair grease. We'll see you later.
Check out my YouTube channel, bro. East Coast Emperor. Remember that.
East Coast Emperor. Zomans. All right. All right.